With new technologies like mobile devices, tablets, video games, people stop reading. Even with the number of readers falling about 90.1% in Brazil in the last 4 years, books of Harry Potter saga are the most widely read worldwide. According to a survey in 2007, every 30 seconds someone starts reading Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a series of juvenile books published from 1997 by British author J.K. Rowling. The series has 7 books that since the first Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, released in 1997, has a huge popularity among young and children, giving rise to films, games, video games, among others. But before we talk about the books, we must speak first of the mind behind them. So let's go. Born in Ayr, England, Mrs. Rowling is 49 and was born in 1965, July 31. Joanne, since childhood, had the dream of being a writer. Her mother always supported her, but her father didn't. During her childhood and adolescence, she lived with her mom, daddy, and her sister Diane Rowling. Since she was just a child, Mrs. Rowling always had a dream and the desire to be a writer. During her childhood, adolescence, and adulthood, always wrote, but she never let anyone read her writings. Just when she was a kid and writing fantasy stories, let your sis read it, or better, read it to her. Your mom always read it to Joanne before bed. That might have influenced your dream. Her favorite books were The Winding the Willows and The Little White Horse. As a child, had a hug gap in school. The children were bullying her. Determined to change, Mrs. Rowling put her own mind in the books, studying hard, and then tried to get in the University of Oxford. During her adolescence, Joanne completely changed her look because it was said to be weird and ugly. After Joanne learns that her mother has multiple sclerosis, completely changed her lifestyle, becomes a punk, rebel, smoke and drink a lot. But she continues to study, get good grades and write. Joanne ordered the test to be admitted into Oxford, but was denied at the university. After not being admitted at Oxford, Joanne talks to her parents about being a writer. Your mom always supports. Your father didn't already. Mrs. Rowling has worked in a lot of offices, but still with the dream of becoming a writer. Unhappy with her working office, Joanne is fired. So, in December of the same year, her mother died. suffered for 10 years from multiple sclerosis. Rowling saw an AD in the paper saying they needed places for English in Portugal. Determined to turn her life around, she decides to leave England and go to Portugal. In Portugal, she was firm. He is with a good job, in a flat with some friends that help each other. She had struggled to write since her mother died. But a beautiful clear night with friends and meet George Arangues, that would be her husband. The two had mutual interest and got married. They had a daughter named Jessica. The marriage failed because George was drinking a lot and betrayed. After the failure in marriage, Joan decided to go close to her sister and moved to Scotland. No job, no husband, and a daughter to look after, Mrs. Rowling undergoes needs, and think about it, suicide caused depression. Mrs. Rowling shows what wrote about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Your sister likes and encourages the finished writes it. Once complete, the book was sent to some possible agents to help her publish her book. Christopher, an agent, read the book and care, makes contact with Rowling and marks a meeting with her in London. At the meeting, he talks about what's going to happen and gives advice to her, as for example, change the name that will be shown in the book. Christopher was afraid that people wouldn't buy the book for which was written by a woman. Asked Joan to dip the name J. Rowling for some water. Joan truth J. Rowling, but wouldn't answer the request of three initials of publisher, and Byarder ended up honoring her grandmother Kathleen to create the name J. K. Rowling. When her agent couldn't get a publisher to publish her book, Rowling decided to give class in school, and at times vague, was writing her next book. After many attempts, the publisher Bloomsbury agreed to publish the book by Rowling. The publisher printed first 5,000 copies. If sell more, would be published more. After a year, the success began to surface. In 2001, 26 December, Rowling married Neil Michael Murray, an anesthesiologist, in a private ceremony at her home. Being translated to more than 64 languages, sold more than 450 million copies around the world, and gave the author more than £576 million, approximately 2 billion and 200 reals. She is considered the first billionaire writing books.
Bom dia, pessoal. Acho que você já me conhece, então não preciso dizer quem eu sou, né? Depois dessa última aula do dia, né, com essa cara, mas eu vim falar de uma coisa que eu gosto muito, a convite do grupo dos alunos do segundo MIM, que é o Harry Potter. E agora eu não vou falar nem como professora, mas vou falar como leitora, né, aficionada pela coleção, pela saga do Harry Potter. Bom, o Harry Potter, ele foi uma ideia de uma escritora inglesa, né, chamada J.K. Rowling, ela criou a ideia do Harry Potter no momento que ela estava andando de metrô em Londres, e aí surgiu a ideia desse menino bruxo, e aí ela começou a compor então a saga, a série dos 7 livros que compõem a coleção do Harry Potter. Bom, o Harry Potter ele tem alcunha, o apelido do menino que sobreviveu. Esse livro está caracterizado como literatura infanto-juvenil, principalmente para crianças, mas também para adolescentes. Então vai mostrar toda a passagem do Harry Potter, desde o momento em que ele vai saber que ele vai ingressar na escola, todos os anos, as séries dele na escola, até o momento que no final, no último livro, ele já está casado e com os seus filhos. Bom, então, falando da parte temporal dentro do livro, não é uma narrativa linear. Por quê? Porque eu tenho a possibilidade de falar sobre o momento em que o Harry Potter foi atingido pelo raio, e depois na sequência sobre o nascimento, e aí mais pra frente sobre fazer um flashback sobre a história da vida da mãe e do pai. Então, na realidade, eu não tenho um tempo totalmente linear na narrativa. Em alguns momentos eu tenho um tempo que é chamado de tempo psicológico, que é a maneira como aquela personagem sente o enredo, né, a ação, a trama que está sendo passada. Ok? Para falar um pouquinho sobre o espaço, que é outro elemento que compõe a teoria de literatura, de análise de texto literário, o espaço da J.K. Rowling, ele é tanto aberto como fechado. Então eu tenho o castelo de Hogwarts, onde acontece principalmente, né, os maiores conflitos e é o maior tempo. Foi um empreendimento muito grande que eles fizeram, inclusive foi aberto para visitação durante muito tempo. Se os adolescentes quisessem, eles poderiam visitar o castelo. E aí o que acontece? Esse texto, os 7 Harry Potters, ela trabalha muito com adjetivo. Para quê? Para caracterizar o lugar, caracterizar as pessoas. Então ela vai trabalhar bastante com essa questão do adjetivo dentro da caracterização do lugar. E a escola é extremamente importante para a obra, para o que aconteceu. No livro número 2, por exemplo, na Câmara Secreta, a narrativa é quase toda baseada dentro da própria escola, né? A Câmara Secreta fica lá dentro. No número 1, também da Pedra Filosofal, a Pedra Filosofal acaba ficando lá dentro também. Então, na realidade, o espaço é muito bem delineado, cheio de detalhes. Tanto é que por isso que a gente não pode comparar os gêneros, um filme com um livro. Por quê? O livro sempre vai ter muito mais detalhes que eu não consigo alcançar dentro do filme. Então já falei um pouquinho sobre a questão do tempo, um pouquinho sobre a questão do espaço e falar um pouquinho sobre a questão das personagens também. Como foi a composição da criação das personagens na J.K. Rowling. Eu tenho 6 personagens que são fundamentais para a narrativa, para que a história aconteça. E aí muitas outras, ela criou muitos tipos, cada um dentro de cada um dos volumes da obra, mas eu vou destacar os 6 principais. Eu vou destacar os 3 para o lado do bem, porque nada mais justo do que falar que o Harry Potter é uma grande disputa entre o bem e o mal, e no final o bem vence. Então eu vou falar um pouquinho sobre o Harry, que é o personagem principal, que dá nome à série. Foi o menino que sobreviveu, né? Então fisicamente ela caracteriza o menino como de pele clara, com os olhos azuis, o cabelo escuro, nada mais do que um menino comum dentro ali da Inglaterra, mas um menino que tem como característica principal a questão da amizade, da coragem, da honra, de valores muito bacanas que são passados. A Hermione é uma menina que está ali também dentro do trio, né? E que é o cérebro do grupo. E o Rony, ele também tem, de certa maneira, em alguns momentos, algumas atitudes que ajudam esse grupo. Então o Harry, digamos assim, que seria mais a força, a Hermione mais a inteligência e o Rony o equilíbrio entre os dois. Já na parte da maldade, nós temos que destacar o Voldemort, que é a dualidade entre o Harry, né, entre o bem e o mal, entre o Harry e ele, né, o Lord Voldemort, aluno da escola e que acabou desviando o caminho e se tornando bruxo das trevas, um dos bruxos mais temidos. Então a caracterização dele é muito interessante, a questão de não ter os cabelos, a questão da própria mesmo do nariz, a maneira como ele ficou depois que a mãe morreu pelo Harry, então isso é interessante, a maneira como ele se veste bem, sempre de preto, os gestos, o ator realmente que representou isso foi muito feliz nessa caracterização. Falar também um pouquinho de um personagem que eu gosto muito, que é o Snape, que o que ela fez? Durante vários livros nós ficamos com raiva, achando que ele realmente era do mal, mas no final das contas houve uma inversão na narrativa e nós descobrimos que ele era uma personagem que estava tentando o tempo inteiro auxiliar o Harry Potter. Bom, e eu tenho também o professor Dumbledore. O que acontece com esse professor Dumbledore? Eu tenho que pensar que esse professor Dumbledore, ele precisou morrer na narrativa, no livro 6, para que o Harry Potter pudesse ter a oportunidade de se defender sozinho, sem ninguém ali, né, auxiliando, e acontecer a grande batalha, que seria então a questão da luta entre o bem e o mal, representada pelo Dumbledore e no caso, pelo Dumbledore não, pelo Harry Potter e pelo Voldemort, tá? Então, assim, esses 6 personagens são os principais. O Dumbledore destacando também a questão dele como diretor da escola, como um grande bruxo, como um grande educador, várias atitudes e passando valores, assim, fantásticos para os alunos. Então, não dá para não se identificar. A maneira como a obra está posta, até os adultos querem voltar para o ensino médio, querem voltar a ter aula, e é uma escola muito bacana, uma visão muito legal de escola que é passada. Então, para falar um pouquinho sobre tempo, espaço e personagem, que é a tríade mais utilizada para você fazer a análise literária, é basicamente isso que eu tenho para falar com vocês, né, sobre o Harry Potter. E que o texto é um texto muito suave, muito tranquilo de ler, com muitos detalhes, e que vocês possam, então, desfrutar dessa narrativa, dessa saga, e que estou à disposição para que os alunos venham me perguntar mais coisas, já que sou fã incondicional dessa autora. Ok, pessoal? Um grande beijo, um grande abraço. Professora Marluce, um abraço para você também, tá bom?
Ron has red hair, along with his family, and has blue eyes. The boy is skinny and gangly, besides being extremely tall with hands and big feet. Has freckles and along the nose. The boy is very loyal and companion as a friend, however, if offended very easily. Is proud and stubborn. Hardly takes things seriously and not opposed to break rules if necessary. Ron also suffers from the fact that he was the 6th son of the family, the lack of money the Weasley brothers, and he feels that even though he can achieve important positions within the school, it won't be a big deal because his brothers have done it before. Their thirst to prove it so great that he sees himself in the mirror of Rory's as a head boy and kitchen team captain. Ron is very jealous and has trouble dealing with his feelings. Your jealous is constantly in fighting between him and Hermione Granger. Ron also cares much about the opinions of others after having a fight with Jaina, where sisters accuse him of bother with the relationships of others because he never gave out. The Gryffindor starts dating Lavender Brown after the victory of the Gryffindor Slytherin. Ron has always lived in his home, the Burrow, with his brothers and his parents. Since little Ron always wore second-hand clothes and belongings, in most cases they were things that the older brothers already possessed and not used anymore. The Weasley family was never rich, but is a big and no family traditional purebloods. At the end of the series, he's with Hermione. She was born on September 19, 1979. Her parents are Muggles, non-wizards, and both dentists. Two major psycho characteristics of Hermione are her brown hair and her front teeth larger than normal, thing that she fixed on the 40-book series. Hermione is very studious. Her knowledge has saved many times Harry and Ron, and sometimes to be annoying. Hermione is the best student of her year and believes that all you need to know is in the books. Most teachers consider her a model student, and Severus Snape an exception, because he considered her insufferable to know it all. Seems to always be one step ahead of Harry and Ron, who didn't like Hermione at the beginning of the first year. Hermione is pretty hard on herself. and sometimes with each other, which causes many students to consider boss an exhibitionist. Also is a victim of discrimination of Draco Malfoy, who's always joking, calling him Big Time, Bad Blood, but she always is defended by her two friends, although Ronnie demonstrates much more anger when they play with her. At the end of the series she gets with Ronnie. The most striking psycho characteristic of Harry Potter is a lightning-shaped scar on his forehead, which was given when Lord Voldemort tried to kill him when he was just a baby with a deadly spell, Avada Kedavra. Having been Harry, the only wizard who managed to survive this powerful spell, he became famous in the wizard world, and this event caused the downfall of Voldemort. Voldemort failed to kill him because he was with the protection of the Love of Mother, which was in fact an ancient magic that Voldemort didn't know but killed Harry's parents and destroyed their house on October 31, 1981. In the books, Harry, the only child of James and Lily Potter, hears often on his rebellions to his father and the same black hair perpetually disheveled. He also entered his mother's green eyes. Harry is described as being small and skinny for his age at the beginning of the series, but in Harry Potter and Half-Blood Prince, he is described as tall. His appearance is also characterized is on round glasses. His best friends are Ronald Weasley and Hermione Granger. At the end of the series, he is with Jenna, Ron's sister.
Harry Potter is an orphaned boy brought up his unfriendly aunt and uncle. At the age of 11, half-giant Rubius Hagrid informs him that he is actually a wizard, and that his parents were murdered by an evil wizard named Lord Voldemort. Voldemort also attempted to kill 1-year-old Harry on the same night, but his killing curse mysteriously rebounded and reduced him to a weak and helpless form. Harry became extremely famous in the wizarding world as a result. Harry begins her first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and learns about magic. During the year, Harry and his friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger become entangled in the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone, which is being kept within the school. Harry, Ron, and Hermione return to Hogwarts for their second year, which proves to be more challenging than the last. The Chamber of Secrets has been opened, leaving students and ghost petrified by an lashed monster. Harry must face up to claims that he is the heir of Salazar Slytherin, learn that he can speak Parseltongue, and also discover the properties of a mystery diary, only to find himself trapped within the Chamber of Secrets itself. Harry Potter's third year sees the boy wizard, along with his friends, attending Hogwarts schools once again. Professor R.J. Lupin joins the staff as defending against the dark arts teachers, while convicted murderer Sirius Black escaped from Azkaban prison. The Ministry of Magic entrusts the Dementors of Azkaban to guard Hogwarts from Black. Harry learns more about his past and his connection with the escaped prisoner. During Harry's fourth year, the Dark Mare appears in the sky after a Death Eater attack at the Kick-Dick World Cup. Hogwarts plays host to a legendary event, the Three Wizard Tournament. There's a new defense against the dark arts. Professor Alastair Mood and frequent nightmare bother Harry Awir. Three European schools participate in the tournament, with three champions representing each school in the deadly tasks. The Goblet of Fire chose Fleur Delacour, Victor Krum, and Cedric Diggory to compete against each other. However, curiously, Harry's name is also produced from the Goblet, thus making him a fourth champion, which results in a terrifying encounter with a reborn Lord Voldemort. Harry's fifth year begins with him being attacked by Dementors in Little Winging. Later, he finds out that the Ministry of Magic is in denial of Lord Voldemort's return. Harry is also beset by disturbing and realistic nightmares, while Professor Wurmbrink, a representative of Minister for Magic Cornelius Fudge, is the new defense against the dark arts teacher. Harry becomes aware that Voldemort is after a prophecy which reveals neither can live while the other survives. Therefore, the rebellion involving the students of Hogwarts, secret organization Order of the Phoenix, the Ministry of Magic, and the Death Eaters begins. In Harry's sixth year at Hogwarts, Lord Voldemort and his Death Eater are increasing their terror upon the wizard and muggle worlds. Headmaster Dumbledore persuades his old friend Horace Slughorn to return to Hogwarts as a professor as there is a vacancy to fill. There is a more important reason, however, for Slughorn's return. While in a potions lesson, Harry takes possession of a strangely annotated school textbook, inscribed, "This is the property of the Half-Blood Prince." As Remus and Ormond lurk within the castle's walls all year, Draco Malfoy struggles to carry out a deed present to him by Voldemort. Meanwhile, Dumbledore and Harry secretly work together to discover the method on how to destroy the Dark Lord once and for all. After unexpected events at the end of the previous year, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are entrusted with a quest to find and destroy a Lord Voldemort secret to immortality, the Horcruxes. It is supposed to be their final year at Hogwarts, but the collapse of the Ministry of Magic and Voldemort's rise to power prevents them from attending. The three will undergo a long adventure with many obstacles in their path, including Death Eaters, Snatchers, the Minister Deathly Hallows, and Harry. Connection with the Dark Lords mean become ever stronger. After destroying one Horcrux and discovering the significance of the three Deadly Hallows, Harry, Ron, and Hermione continue to seek the other Horcruxes in an attempt to destroy Voldemort, who has now obtained the Elder Wand. The Dark Lord discovers Harry's hunt for the Horcruxes and launches an attack on Hogwarts schools, where the trio return for one last standing against the dark force that threatens to hide the wizarding world of non-magical heritage to achieve pure blood dominance.
Tchau.